When we initially met Jason, we were actually interviewing a small handful of realtors that we had planned to hire to not just sell our current home, but find us a new home with acreage to move to. At the time, Jason was just starting out. He was highly recommended by a close friend of ours. We ultimately decided to go with a different realtor only because he was very green, and what we were at the time, and what we were looking for was pretty specific. And the realtor that we chose kind of had a background in exactly what it was that we were looking for. Unfortunately for us, as the search progressed, we didn't really have any contact with the realtor that we hired. It was just the automated MLS listings. And over the months and even years that followed, Jason just always stayed in touch with us. He would reach out occasionally to see how the search was going, how we were, and then
and then a few years later, we decided we were ready to move on with the purchase of some land. We knew we had our house plans drawn up. Knew that we needed some acreage for those plans. Couldn't really find anything in our price range in the 5 to 15 acre range. Luckily, had some close friends of ours that were in the same boat. We pulled our resources together, talked to Jason about that, and found the perfect plot of land, 30 acres, that we plan on splitting down the middle, 15 acres each, and building our dream homes on. So once we found the land, Jason already knew people to do perk tests, and based off of some of the soil samples for farming that we already had, he took those to those people and said, yeah, based on these, I would say probably some house sites would be here and here. And sure enough, when they finally came out and did the soil test, that's where the perk sites were. He just stayed on top of that for us.
It was real important that we keep it in a greenbelt status. And so originally the lot was 29 acres. And Jason pointed out, guys, if you're going to be splitting this 50-50, which was our plan, somebody's going to get the short end of the stick and lose their greenbelt, status. So he was able to negotiate with the seller's agent to tack on an additional acre. They owned the land around it. So they tacked on the additional acre and at no additional cost to us.
Well, the one thing that I believe Jason did that stands out is, he really took both of our inputs, and because Jamie and I had a little less knowledge on some areas where the couple that we bought with may have known some of those things and vice versa, and Jason just bridged that gap between both of us very well.
Working with Jason for us was like working with a friend, and he was able to stay on top of everything and kind of move the process along in ways that we didn't know how or weren't able to do. And he anticipated things that we would need before we even knew we needed them. He knew all the people that we needed to reach out to and gave references as far as the soils people and talking about like water, and it helped us understand the greenbelt status, which we did not understand at all before. So that was really helpful, and he was really hands-on with that whole thing. He did a lot of research ahead of the contract negotiations for us, and helped us understand what fair comps were for both our home and the property we wanted to purchase. He was persistent, but he was patient at the same time. It was about finding what was right for us and not rushing into something that maybe was less than perfect. And that took a long time to find that perfect spot. And then his negotiation skills were on point.
Yeah.
He really was able to make the property that we wanted attainable to us. So, and it worked out well for the buyer and the seller.
We would definitely recommend Jason Fraker to anyone purchasing land, buying a home, selling a home. He's going to stay on top of it, like I said. So in our book, I believe 100% he would be the person we would recommend anyone to come to.